Hello, it is Sunday, April 21st, 2024. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. We have what looks like a very intriguing puzzle today entitled Get Cracking, and it's dealing with safe cracking. And we can see there are, I suppose, sort of locks of the grid that we're going to have to rotate according to these instructions. I'm very curious to see what this is like to solve. So let's get on with it quickly. There's a note to read, and I'll read that in a moment. But first, this intriguingly secured edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Sean Mulholland, Matthew Drake, Fargrim, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster. They're benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, which means their generous support keeps this channel going day in, day out, and supports this series. I'm very grateful to them for those contributions, and if you'd like to join the ranks of those benefactors or any other level of the Patreon campaign, you can join at patreon.com/dailysolve or via the description field link, and there you'll find all of the bonus videos available to patrons, which includes this week's Bosswords Spring Themeless League puzzle, and also, as of yesterday, the weekly mini puzzle pseudo speed solve. So do check that out if interested. And thanks to everybody who is a patron of the channel. I really do appreciate it. And there's also, of course, the official mug for benefactors. Thanks as well if you've subscribed to the channel on YouTube, and if you like the videos, occasionally comment, and so on. All of those things are helpful. Now, let's get on to today's crossword. This is entitled Get Cracking. It's by Michael Schlossberg, who has constructed around a dozen puzzles. It was edited once again by Joel Faliano, and let's read what we have to know. Standing between you and the score of a lifetime are the 7 locks of this safe. After completing the puzzle, rotate each dial 90 degrees, 180 degrees, or 270 degrees to the only other position that forms 4 valid crossword answers. That's really interesting. The new letters in the 12 o'clock circled positions will spell out an appropriate exclamation. This reminds me of the sort of thing you might end up having to do in the British weekly themed crossword, The Listener, which I'm in the midst of solving this week's at the moment, and this is very unusual for a New York Times crossword. I'm curious to see how it works out. So I've removed the note, and the puzzle's entitled Get Cracking. Let's do just that. Let's get cracking. All right, staff symbol. Staff symbol could be something like an ankh, like an Egyptian symbol. I don't know. It's obviously not long enough. Ascends with one's hands and feet. Climbs, or maybe clambers up a sort of rocky face. Let's see if that works. Staff symbol. A clef, like a symbol on a musical staff. Maybe I guess it would be a C clef in this case, if that's correct. I'm not sure if it is. Let's look at this. Bedridden. Lying, or bedridden. You're bedridden. You're laid low. If you're bedridden, you're laid low with an illness. No, that doesn't. Oh no, that doesn't. Never mind. Okay. Well, what about this? Once or twice. Don't know. And here we have bearing. Your bearing is your mien, the sort of how you visually comport yourself, the way your face looks, I guess you could say. Unimpressed. If you're unimpressed, you're sort of blasé. You're not really showing much. Oh, wait. Now, that's funny. It sort of looks like this is a black cell behind that circle, if you see what I mean. There's sort of, it looks like it's filled in behind there, but I can type into it, so it's clearly not a black cell. Okay, well, I guess that's fine. It looks a little odd visually. Shangri-Las, Edens. So these are both often used to refer to utopian places where everything is perfect. Blanks opposite. Blanks opposite. Live ammo, right. Okay, so you haven't loaded a gun with blanks, you've loaded it with live ammunition. I think that's probably what, and this is C clef. That does fit. So this is indeed referring to a musical staff. Okay, escalade, e.g., is a, well, the fact that it says e.g. makes it seem escalade is a noun, which I guess it only is. And there's a truck, I think, that's called that. But I don't know if that is the answer. I don't see how that necessarily fits here. Bedridden. Oh, this is laid. Oh, laid up. Right, laid up. That's maybe the phrase I was actually thinking of. You're laid up due to illness. I think that's probably actually the phrase I was trying to sort of reach for. Once or twice. Not sure about that. Hair of the dog. Fur. So the phrase hair of the dog, the hair of the dog that bit you often refers to sort of drinking with a hangover, but I think in this case it just means fur. Channel with on-air fundraising, probably PBS, the public broadcasting system in the U.S. I think that is probably the answer there. And then once or twice. Oh, an adverb. I see. Yes, that's funny. If you did something once or you did it twice, the word once or twice is acting as an adverb because it's modifying the thing that you did. Escalade, e.g. Oh, Cadillac. Oh, is that a Cadillac? Oh, I didn't even realize that. Okay. Had I remembered that, I would have gotten this earlier, I suppose, but I didn't. So it was a car, or a truck, I guess. Chinese elm, bonsai choice, all right. And use guys are rams. So use guys, of course, this is playing on a kind of, I guess, a sort of stereotypical New Yorker, maybe saying use guys, but here we have the partners of ewes, in other words, of female sheep, in this case, rams, male sheep. And then 1916 battle site with the Somme. This is a battle of the First World War, the Great War. So there we have it. And ice cream shop employee, e.g., would be a scooper, I suppose, someone who scoops ice cream. And then city on the Arno. Oh, is it Pisa? That sounds right to me, actually, now that it has actually come to mind. Let's look at this. The Harlequin's Carnival painter. Is it Miro? I'm not sure. I don't necessarily know this to be true, but let's look at the crosses and see if it is. Taunt. To jeer would be to taunt. There we go. And then boast is to crow. Yes, okay, I was thinking brag, and I thought maybe I had Miro wrong, but boasting is also crowing. So there we go. Okay, so it's going to be really interesting to rotate this. Sheet under a tent. Sheet under a tent. Not sure about that one. Sheet. I'm thinking maybe something you'd sleep with when camping. I can't tell if that's what is intended or if that's misdirection. What about this? Invisible hand subject. So the invisible hand of the market is probably what this is referring to. So economics, as in, sort of free market economics. And then see you later. Gotta go, maybe? Yeah, that does fit. Rhyme for away and have yourself a merry little Christmas. It's probably gay. Let's see. Does that? I can't remember I can't actually bring to mind the lyrics, or the specific context of these lyrics. But I think that's probably right. Sort of happy and gay, that kind of thing. Let's see if that works with this. Like beach towns in the winter. Something to do with being depopulated or lonely, maybe? Could be. I'm not sure that's right. Let's just see if it works. Sheet under a tent. Still not seeing that. Natural source of rubber. Tree sap? Tree something? Not sure. Let's see. Can subject. I wonder if this is referring to the Cannes Film Festival, and then therefore is referring to cinema in French. Ciné. I wonder if that's what we're doing here. I'm not sure that's right. Items on the backs of some Jeeps. This isn't really looking very good combined. Not sure this is right. Like Mary Shelley when she wrote Frankenstein Teenage, I think. Maybe this isn't, this is probably the wrong bit. Okay, so then does that work with this? Like beach towns in the winter. Yeah, still not sure. Not normal. Aberrant. There we go. So there's an aberration, an abnormality. Items on the back of some Jeeps. Don't know. Creditor in legalese. Obligee? I don't know if this is actually right, but this is the person to whom you're obligated. I've never seen this word before, so I'm not sure it's right, but just linguistically it feels like it would refer to that person. You know, the person to whom you're obliged. I'm not sure that's right, but I'm gonna leave it in, remembering that I might change some letters. Like beach towns in the winter. Oh, sleepy. That's better. That's better than lonely. It's less sort of judgmental. Sheet under a tent. A tarp. Oh, right. Okay. Well, that was very straightforward, but there we have it. Okay. And tennis great known as the Punisher. I didn't know this, but it must be Andre Agassi, who I do remember being around generally. Oh, gas caps. Are they on the backs of some Jeeps? I didn't know that. That's interesting. I wonder why. There must be some functional reason that they're sometimes on the back rather than the side, as in most consumer vehicles. Former name of the Electron. Don't know. I have no idea. Natural source of rubber. Yeah, it looks like it is probably tree sap, isn't it? And then ignore as a shortcoming. See, yes, if you see past someone's shortcomings, you ignore them. And then sharp pain could be sear as in a searing pain. So, maybe not. I don't like that AE there. Let's come back to it. Agent Deirdre Babirdra's organization in Everything Everywhere All at Once. That was the IRS agent character in Everything Everywhere All at Once. And former name of the Electron. Pegatron? It would be strange to have two trons. So it's, oh no, but it could be a stab. Okay. Yeah, sharp pain is a stab of pain. So, okay, well, I'm not going to put in the Pegatrix, I don't know. Quattro e quattro. Otto for 8. Maybe it is Tron, former name of the Electron, Pegatron. It's sort of surprising to me to have two words with the same unusual suffix in the clue and the answer, but it's a pretty fascinating fact, so I suppose it was irresistible. Shakespearean misanthrope. Shakespearean misanthrope. Wasn't Titus Andronicus pretty misanthropic? Sort of kind of contemptuous of everybody. But that's a strange Pegatros. Because it could be. I don't know what this word is. I don't know. I mean, the problem is there's so many Shakespeare characters. I could easily be not thinking of the right one. Taking the place of. If you're taking the place of someone, you're in lieu of them. Maybe it is Titus. Here's looking at you, kid. Don't know about that one. Like old audiobooks on. Oh no, it's not. Yeah, this is probably on tape. Okay, I think that's right. Oh, Timor. No. Timon. Pegatron. It is Pegatron. It is Pegatron. Timon. Okay, it's not Titus. Here's looking at you, kid. I still don't see what this one is. Nickname for a British relative, Nan, for your grandmother. Oh, there's a question mark, so it's kind of a pun. I don't know why I can't see what this is, but I can't. Ben, who starred in Broadway's Dear Evan Hansen. I do not know. What about this? Who, me? Am I, you could ask, I guess? Who, me? Oh, no. It's probably moi. People often use the French for me in an exaggeratedly kind of affected manner. Moi? Like Miss Piggy. All right, classroom surprise. Okay, I'm not sure about that. Passage of a planet across a star, e.g. Oh, is this is its transit, I think, is what that's called. Is Ben Blatt? That name sounds familiar. Here's looking at you. Ah, that's right. Wow, okay. That's quite surprising. So here's looking at you, kid. Ma. So this is the sound that, sheep or goats make, referring to a kid. Well, I guess goats, because a kid is a baby goat. So ma, sort of referring to the young goat, I suppose. Anyway, classroom surprise. Maybe it's Ben Platt. Okay, because this could be a pop quiz. And I guess I don't know who this person is, so that isn't any more surprising. Title pig of kids' TV. All right, well, here's some more farm animals. We have Peppa Pig, a very successful cartoon character. And then Stew Tidbit could be pea, as in pea soup. And here they have the Guinness distinction of longest running fan club for a group, Queen. That is really interesting. That's very, very, very interesting. You would have just thought that would be the Beatles. There must have been a break in the Beatles fan club at some point. I wonder if these still exist. Anyway, fascinating. Okay, Pixie Sticks containers. Maybe it's because Queen sort of kept going as a band. I don't know if they ever technically broke up. I'm not really sure. They've certainly come back a number of times. I don't know. Anyway, Pixie Sticks containers. Straws, yeah. These are the sort of flavored, I think basically sort of flavored powdered sugar. I think it's basically what those are. Gift for an aspiring conductor. My first thought was a baton, as an orchestra conductor, but I think this is probably a train conductor, so maybe a train set. And then here we have Percival of legend. So Percival was one of the knights of the Round Table, one of King Arthur's knights, so he would be a sir. And then EMT's technique, emergency medical technician would practice cardiopulmonary resuscitation, or CPR. Work like the devil. Don't know what's going on with that. Blank milk. Oat milk, maybe, would fit in 3 letters. And then gift on the 7th day of Christmas. What are those? I never remember the order of the... I assume this is referring to the song, The 12 Days of Christmas, and not something more specifically religious, but I don't know. Mr. Burns supposedly received the 2nd one ever on The Simpsons. I haven't a clue about this. Work like the devil. Right, still don't know about that. Okay, let's jump back up here. Shout at an auction. Sold, you might shout. And blue-green could be teal, would be a blue-green shade. Small southwestern birds of prey. Don't know. Brouhahas, adieus, big action, big sort of commotions. Why some app users check their notifications constantly, for short. FOMO, fear of missing out. Right, okay, so they could be checking for texts and people inviting them to things, maybe. Okay, so what are the small southwestern birds of prey? I still don't think I know. Hypothesize. To assay? That's not really hypothesizing. It's sort of trying. Role for Michelle Williams in The Fabelmans. Oh, well, she played the mother, the sort of character of the Steven Spielberg character, the fictionalized version of his life. I don't remember her name, unfortunately. I really enjoyed that film. Hypothesize. Still don't know. Belief. Okay, I don't know. Let's jump up here. Mole, e.g. A mole could be an agent, or it could be a unit, or it could obviously be an animal. Not sure which of those fits. Maybe none. Champion boxer Errol Blank Jr. Don't know. Does Errol Morris have a son who's a boxer? I have no clue. Test pilot's attire. I don't know that either. Marketing expenditure could be ad something, ad fees maybe. I'm not sure this is right, but I don't have anything else, so I'm going to try it. Application figure. Your, what is it, your GPA maybe, your grade point average? Could be that. I would make this wrong. Casio rival. Okay, so this doesn't feel right. Casio makes watches. So it could be, just in terms of Japanese watch manufacturers, it could be Seiko, who makes watches, one of which I am wearing. Test pilot's attire. I don't actually know if this is right. I just have so little in this area that I'm trying it out. Okay, well, this I know. County that's home to the White Cliffs of Dover would be Kent, here in England, in the UK. So that does suggest that Seiko may well be correct. And what about this one? Major vessel, a major blood vessel would be an aorta. And then shore hazard, something reef. If you're sort of sailing close to shore, you might worry about hitting a reef. Don't know what the first word is. This might not be right. Number on a resume. I would have thought this to be telephone or something, so maybe this is all wrong. President during the Mexican-American War. Was that Polk? Oh, boy. Oh, wait, I put tell in the wrong place. Sorry, that's here. Okay, so that doesn't contradict what I had. Okay, so then what about this shore hazard? I mean, Polk could be wrong. I'm not 100% confident about that. Hypothesize. Or maybe it's Taft. Hypothesize. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's frustrating. Speeches with an 18-minute limit. Oh, I didn't know this, but it must be TED Talks. Okay, it is Polk. That's what I thought. All right, that much is obvious. I can tell, right? Okay, you can say, well, yeah, you don't need to explain it. I can tell. That much is obvious. So small southwestern birds of prey are elf owls? Don't think I've ever heard of that animal, but it would fit. Shore hazard. Undertow. Right, okay. So this is more to do with currents rather than a physical obstruction. And then test pilot's attire. Oh, a G-suit. Right, for traveling at, speeds with high G-force. And then application figure. Oh, it is GPA. All right, it was the first thing I thought. And then champion bucks, not Errol Flynn, Errol Morris is not surprising. Champion bucks are Errol Spence, I guess. I don't recognize the name. Mole, e.g., a spy. Oh, right. When I said agent, I should have thought of the word spy, but I didn't. Marketing expenditure would be a paid ad. There we go. I guess paid ad in contrast to sort of earned, what do they call it? Earned publicity or something like that, which means you haven't paid for it. It happens because people report on your thing organically. Okay, buds are chums, maybe. There we go. I was trying to think of synonyms for friends, and it took me a moment. Several CBS dramas are CSIs, maybe? Is that the station CSI is on? I like the idea of pluralizing that. That's funny. Link letters, HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol for web links. And blank major, this looks like Ursa Major, the constellation. So Wordle player's pride would be one streak. I forget what my streak is currently. I think it's around 80 because I broke it around 80 days ago. Annoying bot, spam something. Won't be spam bot because bot is already in the clue. Spammer, maybe? Blubber. To cry is to blubber. Yeah, I think that's right. Who, me? Response? Yeah, you. Yes, you. Yeah, that fits. And then one named singer on 1998's Ghetto Superstar. Maya? Sort of vaguely familiar. I could be wrong. Carpentry, vice. A something clamp? Use clamps in carpentry for sure. What about this? Distracted boyfriend, e.g. That was a meme, right? I bet this will turn into memo when we rotate the lock. I haven't really been thinking about these. Should I go back and look at them? I'm just one of Eleven's powers on Stranger Things. I don't remember this, but Stranger Things is a sort of, fantasy science fiction show, so it would make sense that it would include ESP, extrasensory perception. Okay, so what is the carpentry vise? What kind of clamp? They're sort of C clamp. I don't know if they're called that, but they're clamps that are basically C's. Let's see if that works. Last name in late night. Well, if it was C, it could be Carson, but that's not long enough. I don't remember the names of all the different people who do late night talk shows. Old Blue Eyes in EG. Oh, maybe this isn't Clamp. Because that's Frank Sinatra, isn't it? Also, Paul Newman was famous for his blue eyes, but I think Frank Sinatra specifically was referred to as Old Blue Eyes. So maybe this is a stamp then, carpentry vise. I don't know. Minecraft material. Not sure. Is tin a Minecraft material? I have no idea. Advance. And quadrennial occurrence. I don't know. I'm not doing very well down here, am I? Playful hit. A pat? It's not really playful necessarily. A bat to bat somebody sort of playfully? I don't really think you'd say that. Okay. Maybe Sinatra isn't Old Blue Eyes. Everything seems to not be working here, and I don't really like stamp. Is there an Old Blue Eyes with a C? I don't know. I don't know about any of this. Okay, playful hit. Bitter tasting salad ingredient. Bitter tasting. Endive, maybe? Not very bitter, but it is somewhat bitter. Let's see if that works. Appliance that, yes, it is. Appliance that may self-clean would be an oven, often have self-cleaning cycles at high temperature. A four would be air, so before this happens, ere it happens in a poetic sort of language. Farm machine could be a baler, maybe, for tying hay bales. Let's see if that works. No, that's not right. Because NYSE debut is a New York Stock Exchange debut, and a debut on a stock market is a company's initial public offering when shares are first sold on that market, or I guess in advance of it. Farm machine. I don't know what that is. Come on, you'll love it. Try one. There we go. That's what that is. So quadrennial occurrence. Leap day. Right, I see. Every 4 years, a leap day occurs. Right, okay. I just wasn't really thinking about it, I suppose. So Old Blue Eyes is... Oh, no. I didn't pay attention to the EG. It is Sinatra, but it's not... The answer isn't Sinatra. If it were, you wouldn't have EG. EG means for example. So Sinatra is an example of a crooner. That makes sense, and I should have just read the clue more attentively. Carpentry vise, right, it is a clamp of some sort. Minecraft material, oh, okay, ore, I suppose. That makes sense, metal ore. Advance to, I don't know. Playful hit, a bop, like sort of bop somebody playfully, that's better. Last name and late night. Oh, Colbert, Stephen Colbert. Okay, so then here we have advance. Oh, an advance is a loan on your paycheck, maybe. And then a farm machine could be a reaper, right? Okay, there we go. To reap crops. And then it was C-clamp after all, which is nice. Blank service. Don't know. What Tom and Daisy embody in The Great Gatsby. I don't know. I mean, I've certainly read The Great Gatsby at least twice, but they represent sort of wealth and sort of standing in society, I guess. Blank service. Mystical Buddhist text. I'm annoyed that I don't know what this is immediately. Cooper's tool. And odds maybe? Cooper makes barrels. What Tom and Daisy embody? Opulence? That could be it. I'd have no clue what this is. The Cooper's tool. Block up. No, maybe this is wrong. Because block up, I would think jam or something like that. No, it won't be, because I just looked at these locks for the first time. I said I think this meme is going to be memo, and I think it is, which means we're going to rotate, and that turned out to be the case. I sort of forgot after I said that, but if we rotate this 180 degrees, that means the N will come over here. So block up needs to be something that could have an N here, and then the reason I was thinking that this wouldn't work is because jam, the J would travel around, and that wouldn't work with any of those words, actually. Block up. Dam up. There we go. That does fit with the other lock positions. Some batteries are double A's, maybe. This is an odds. Okay, there we go. Great. So old money. Yes. Okay. That was what I was thinking, but for some reason, what did I say? Sort of wealth and society, I guess. Yeah, what I should have said was old money specifically, because Gatsby is new money. All right, blank service. You could pay lip service to somebody. Okay, mystical Buddhist text, we'll come back to that. Folder flap is a tab with a label on a folder, maybe. And then here we have bok choy, the vegetable. And here we have letters that sound out a sentence. IOU, maybe, to mean literally I owe you money. Some four-year degrees, probably bachelors of some things. It could be A or S for art or science, or arts or sciences, I guess. No, singular, I think. Ginormous, giant. Should I be using these locks? Let's see. So A could go here for air. P could go here for pep. Yeah, okay, so yeah, giant doesn't work because lig isn't going to be there. Anyway, we'll come back to it. Throw in the towel, to bail, to give up, to break, maybe? Speculative fiction subgenre that envisions a sustainable energy future. I'm not saying anything that looks, I would have guessed eco something, but obviously not. Yeah, I don't know. Fun facts are neat tips. It doesn't fit. French form of Stephen. Etienne. I think that's right. It is definitely a French name, and I think those are equivalent. I'm not 100% certain. Renaissance instrument. The lute is often associated with the Renaissance. Okay, so solar punk. Oh, that's funny. I've never heard of that before. So kind of cyberpunk and all the different sort of punk genres. Solar punk. Okay. Throw in the towel, to, I don't know. Bag it? Is that a phrase? And yet, you might say, yeah, okay, maybe it is. Fun facts. Oh, nuggets. Yes, people often refer to a little interesting sort of piece of information as a nugget. So then here we have, this is probably going to be an A, not an S, to fit with BA's, so Bachelor of Arts. And then ginormous, oh, large. That was very straightforward. Okay. So if one didn't save, one spent. And then the Utni Reader is a publication, a sort of a digest style publication, I think. And then gift for an aspiring conductor. Trains. Maybe it's not it. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just I've never actually read the Utni Reader, but I know that it exists. And gift for aspiring. Oh no, we saw that. Okay. Okay, I think we've looked at all the crosses here. Let's keep going. Kind of tradition, an oral tradition, maybe in 4 letters. Gift on the 7th day of Christmas. Every time I see this, I think owls, which obviously isn't right. And we already have owls elsewhere in the grid anyway, through elf owls. I think I'd be able to remember this. Work like the devil. Okay, this is the bit I gave up on earlier. Partnership, ark, Noah's Ark, which had partnered animal pairs in the biblical story. And then belief could be conviction, or I think this is going to rotate 90 degrees, because teal could become teak, ark with a K could become ark with a C. So that would mean this would be a word that could start with an L. That doesn't really help me. Roll from a show. I keep seeing that and not knowing what it is. What about this? Hypothesize. Oh, deposit something is to hypothesize it. That was straightforward. Okay. And belief is Motive? Doesn't really work. Oh, and this letter will have to go into CPR. That's interesting. So NPR is possible. APR for annualized percentage rate. Probably not A. That wouldn't work here. So maybe an N. Belief. I don't know. Just for some reason I still can't see it. Schmear topper. Lox. So you could put lox, the form of smoked salmon, on schmear, cream cheese schmear itself on top of a bagel, which sounds incredibly appealing to me at this moment. Noted export of Portugal. What does Portugal? Well, port famously. From Porto. What about this though? I don't know. Common field trip destinations. Maybe Locks is wrong. Need You Tonight band, 1987. Okay, I basically don't know anything by this band, but I know that In Excess is a band that exists, so I'm going to put it in because of that X there. Belief. Oh, notion. You have a belief of something. You have a you have a notion. This is true. You have a belief. This is true. That does work. Mindy? Was that the character's name in the Fablemans? I don't remember at all. Mitzi? Noted export of Portugal. Oh, tile. Portuguese tile. That's a sort of artisanal thing, isn't it? Common field trip destination. Zoos. Oh, okay, sure. So this is Mitzi. I have no memory of that name from that film. Work like the devil. Question mark. Don't know what that's going for. Mr. Burns supposedly received the second one ever on The Simpsons. I still don't know what this is. Okay, we'll have to loop back around. End of a sports movie often. A win, I suppose. First rate is tops, maybe? Don't know. Oh, I bet IOU will become ion. Anyway. Limited number. Sophisticated. Crafty doesn't really quite fit. Area 51 sighting. A UFO or... not sure. Tweaks. I don't know. Here we have letters on the Saturn V rocket. I don't know. Sophisticated. Oh, it's just USA probably, because sophisticated could be urbane. So I was thinking it was going to be more specific than that, but apparently not. Area 51 sighting. I don't know. Tweaks, alters. Great. Protester's word. But, you could say, in protest. And district attorney turned Batman foe. Oh, this is the Two-Face character, who I think was a district attorney. All right, so Area 51 sighting. Oh, flying saucer, I see. And then ethylene gas to tomatoes is a ripener, maybe? That sounds like it could be the case. Limited number would be few, of course, and key components are... This could mean key as in a key that opens a lock, or it could mean a key as in, sort of island formation. Snowers? I don't know why that would be the case. Key components. Knowers? What about this again? First rate. Oh, tops. Oh, answers. Oh, right. Okay. So it was closer to the opening a lock, but in a metaphorical sense, an answer key for an exam. All right. So first rate is tops. And then mystical Buddhist text is... How do I not know what this is? That's so frustrating. Okay, I need to finish this puzzle. Gift on the 7th day of Christmas. The problem is I keep trying to run through the numbers in my head, but I don't know what any of them are, so it's not helping. What about this? Work like the devil. Work like the devil. Possess, as in being possessed by the devil. Right, that's interesting. That was a clever clue. So gift on the... Oh, swans. Swans are swimming or something as the 7th day of Christmas. Oh, tantra, of course. Mystical Buddhist test. I did know that. And then Mr. Burns supposedly received the second social security number. I see, because he's that old. All right, well. Oh, no. Oh, no, because I need to rotate these, don't I? Boy, I hope that's the problem. Okay, so let's see. PBS. So where does the J go? PBJ for peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which means the S goes down here, the T goes here, and the E goes here. So here we have ERP, which is a name, as in Wyatt Earp famously, Blast, PBJ, and Sear. Okay, so that's something. So J is our first letter. Here we have Y, which could be stay. Yes, it must be. So this is rotated 270 degrees. So we go, what's the best way to do this? This will be the A, and then a Y. No. Sorry, I'm confusing myself somehow. Mole is a spy, aorta. Okay, so 270 degrees. So this is a Y. This is an S. This is a B. And this is an A. No. Oh, I'm really sorry. This is a catastrophe. How am I making such a hash of this? Sharp train is a step. Okay. Stay, spa, stay, spa, sorta, and bold. Right. Stay, spa, sorta, and bold. That's right. Sorry, this is really messing with me for some reason. So there's our A. All right, here we have, where does a W go? W goes to rye. It's much easier when it's 180 degrees because you can just flip these. So there's a W, there's a C. Here, here's an M, and here's a K for koi. All right, very good. So we have croc, stream, koi, and rye. All right, here we have, where does the K go? Teak. It is, that's what I thought. Okay. So K goes here, L goes here, N goes here, and C goes here. Okay, that was better. So teak, lotion, NPR, and arc. I don't know why that was so difficult for me up there. That was strange. All right, here we have A, S, L, and P. So I think air probably goes here. Is that right? And then Sarge, Lil, and Pep. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So we have A, S, L, and P for Pep, Air, Sarge, and Lil. Great. Okay. Here we have, what's the toughest letter? Probably an O. Yeah, oh, right, memo. This is what I thought. So the O and the E flip, and the D and the N flip. And finally, we're almost done. We have oops, maybe, goes over here. And then, yeah, it is ion. That's what I wanted it to be. Okay, so this is a T and an N. No, I think I'm messing it up again. For some reason, no, this is tops. It will be oops eventually. Why do these mess me up so much? Okay, so this is a T. Right? Oh, right, this is a T. This is an O. This is a U. And this is an N. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Oh, is it still not right? No, it's not. I have something wrong. Oh, that's so frustrating. Well, what does it spell together? Jack. Oh, jackpot. Oh, that's funny. We've hit the jackpot with our big score, but I still have something wrong. Oh, that's so disappointing. All right. I'm going to just pause the video, quickly run through this clue by clue, and see if I can find out what I've done wrong. Be back in a moment. Okay, I was stuck on this for a moment, but I think it's that Jeeps don't have gas caps on the back. They're still on the side. What they have on the back is gas cans. And when I was thinking about this, I realized, of course, when I picture a Jeep, a classic sort of military-style Jeep, you think of a gas can with the X on it, bolted, sort of attached to the back of the vehicle. And it never even occurred to me that that was wrong during the solve because I didn't know the former name of the electron, which I guess is a negatron, as opposed to, I suppose, a positron. So please be right. No, I still have something wrong. Oh, that's so frustrating. Okay, I have to keep going. I can't find anything wrong. I'm wondering if that means I had to have the original letters in here. That would be very frustrating. So, because now I'm going to have to reverse engineer this. I think that might be the case. How do I get back to what this was? That's so frustrating. I think this was, I don't even know if this is going to work. J-E-T. I guess I can look at the clues. That'll make it easier. Right, this was spy, stab, aorta, and sold. Here we have crow, moi, cry, and streak. I hope this is right. Blue, green is teal. Belief is notion. Technique is CPR. And then here we have the ship is the ark. Stew tidbit is a P. Percival, Sir Percival. Ginormous is large. And lip service. Distracted boyfriend is a meme. Block up is to jam, right? No, it was damn, because J didn't fit. Appliance that may self-clean is an oven. And advance is to loan. Finally, we have swan and tops and oral tradition. And you? Oh, that was it. That's really frustrating. The instructions say to change it. Instructions say to change it. So I did it. Oh, goodness. How absurd. Well, there we go. So now they've got, I see, these are now turning one by one. I think they really should have accepted either of those. I think that's pretty absurd that they didn't accept the version of the puzzle that they said to do. It sort of robs you of that final puzzle solving step. How strange. How incredibly odd. Well, that was the Sunday. I mean, it's very clever otherwise. I really like the actual rule. I think that was great. I just don't like the way that the software didn't accept either version. In any case, there we go. That was the Sunday crossword. Let me know what you thought of this one. I'll be back tomorrow with a much quicker, easier Monday puzzle. Join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Sunday. Take care.